When you work in a hotel, you need to work safely, so that you and your colleagues have a safe work environment. If you see any hazardous conditions, report them to your supervisor or engineer so that they can fix them. In this video, we will cover some of the common hazards at work and what you can do to prevent them. The first common hazard is slips and falls. Slips and falls happen when the floor is wet, or if some oil spills are not attended to immediately. To avoid this hazard, you need to mop the floor immediately if there is water on the floor. Also, remember to wear proper anti-skid shoes. There is another kind of fall which is quite common. This happens while working on heights. To work safely, make sure you wear a harness that is attached securely so that you are safe. If you are working on a tall ladder, ensure that it is stable before you climb up. Also, never use chairs and tables as a substitute for ladders. They may break and cause injuries. While climbing stairs, you should hold the handrail so that you do not slip. Next on the list of items that can cause accidents in hotels are drinking chemicals. Now, no one wants to do this on purpose. But if you store chemicals in water bottles, someone may mistakenly drink them. So to avoid this, never reuse plastic bottles to store or transport chemicals. You can ask your chemical vendor to supply you with spray bottles where you can store the chemicals. They are cheap and can save a lot of trouble for the team members. Also, make sure that the chemicals are properly labeled. Remember to keep the MSDS near the chemicals so that you can use them in case of an emergency. If you do not know what is MSDS, we have a video on this. Do search for it and see it. The third most common workplace safety issue is a fire hazard. Fire can happen due to electrical malfunction or in workplaces like the kitchen and laundry. Make sure all your firefighting equipment is in working order. Check the fire extinguishers, alarms and hydrant systems monthly. Also, make sure the fire exits are free of obstruction. Lastly, you must also know what to do in case of fire. So attend your fire drills when they happen and learn about the exit routes in your hotel. You should also learn how to use a fire extinguisher so that you can use it in an emergency. The next set of hazards can be prevented by being aware and reporting it to the supervisor and fixing it. They are items like nails protruding from the furniture. A simple hammer will help prevent any injury. Similarly, if you see any wire running on the floor, tape it down so that no one trips on it. If you use ice in your workplace, never use ceramic or glass to scoop it. Always use a metal scoop. This way there will be no chance of chips in the ice. In the engineering department, while repairing equipment, make sure it is switched off and a proper lockout tag is put on the electric panel to warn others. Also, ensure all the guards and restraints are in place and are not tampered with. If you find any motor or belt without a guardrail, find it and fix it back. In this video, we have covered the main hazards at work. But workplace safety depends on you and your actions. Remember, prevention is better than cure. If you see something that is out of place and needs fixing, report it to your supervisor. That way you can ensure you and your colleagues are safe at work.